Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Bwah. I'm not Mike.
And I am Rusty. As usual, it's going to be a little special episode with me and Mason.
Mike bailed on us.
Yeah, he bailed on us. He is preoccupied with a big block party, a 3-day event.
The Waco block party.
The Waco block party that the network is throwing, or
we're helping.
They're a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Mike is indisposed until further notice.
But we get to record this on an earlier day, and Mike and Rusty can, enjoy a little bit more of his weekend, and I'm still working, so,
Hard at work. I like your Kirby hat. I saw that. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm a big Kirby fan.
Yeah, I saw it at Walmart, and
Walmart's
$12.
got some good stuff these days. Like Walmart is stepped up their the things that they have in Walmart, because that's where I got my Hello Kitty hoodie from was Walmart, and I'm like, why is this in the men's section? But it was it was targeted for, it was a pink Hello Kitty hoodie targeted for I imagine probably for somebody much younger than myself, but I live as you're as young as you feel. You're as young as you feel.
Yeah, they got a great toys selection. Not the best amazing toy selection, but if you like collecting action figures, DC, Marvel, even they have Simpsons figures, Transformers.
It's better than
Legos.
It was.
Yeah,
I have to give it Walmart really. They stepped up their game. They sell Adidas, isn't it? Adidas? No, Reebok. They sell Reebok at Walmart now. I remember Reebok used to be you had to go to the mall to get Reebok, but.
It's most likely just fear of Amazon, because they came and killed all the local businesses. Now Amazon's coming and killing them. It's like, oh shit, we gotta step our game up.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I think is cool, is that you get these Uber celebrities that are doing Walmart stuff. You've got the Snoop Dogg collection.
Busta Rhymes
now.
had a Walmart commercial on Christmas.
Busta Rhymes, and then you've got, everybody knows Shaq has been selling shoes at Walmart for a long time. And he sold, I remember he was saying, everybody makes fun of me for selling shoes at Walmart. He said, but the shoes at Walmart are made at the same factory that they make the Nike shoes that they sell at the mall for $60, $70.
And I'm going to say this to any young man listening: while these $400 or $500 shoes are nice, they're still at the end of the day just shoes. They get wet when rained on. They can burn. They get dirty. And they have expiration dates. So really think about what you're buying.
And not only that, like
particularly running shoes. I'm not talking about like boots. Yeah.
Yeah. They are made in the same factories as everything else.
Are all made in China, shipped here.
Shaq on his podcast called his Chinese factory that he does his shoes at, and he was like, talking about, hey, what do you make? What do we make there? And they're like, well, we make your shoes, but yeah, of course we make other shoes too. So don't be fooled by the $200-$300 shoe.
It's all made by the same 5-year-old sweat kid.
Unless they're a pair of Lucchese boots. If you're getting them expensive cowboy boots, my dad still has a pair of his $200-$300, $400 boots for when he was in his 20s, and he's now 60, and they still you shine up, you put a little shine on it, and they're still good to go.
Yeah, I was talking more just not even like fancy shoes. I mean, just like
I'm specifically talking about Jordans. That's what I was specifically
Nike.
talking about. Yeah, because they're the ones that really, unless you're talking about like Gucci or something like that, or some kind of designer shoe, I feel like Jordan is the only expensive shoe. And one time I bought a pair. I wanted Jordan so bad growing up, and my parents would never buy them. And I turned into an adult, had some fun adult money, and I bought a pair. Heaviest, most uncomfortable shoe I'd ever wore in my life, and I just never did it again.
I mean, they look nice. They always look nice.
But yeah, they're great looking shoes.
If when you spend so much on them, you don't want to do anything because you don't want to ruin them because you dropped $600-$700 on them.
Yeah. They're a nice shoe, and I'm not hating on shoe guys, but
yeah, everyone's got their own
definitely
hobbies.
Not
we buy
for me.
Stupid shit all the time too. I buy comic books,
Yeah, and I illegally bootleg comic books. So there we go.
Allegedly, you allegedly do that.
Allegedly.
Well, actually, the FBI is like half of them are unemployed now, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it probably doesn't. No, I'm also a comic book aficionado, but I like the golden era where everything's like available on the internet and free, and all the old comics and stuff like that. I find those to be more interesting for me, and that's like with cartoons and stuff right now. I've been watching a lot of 20s and 30s stuff, and really I got this list that I found online. It was I just Googled World War II movies in chronological order to see if there was like a master list of all the movies that had ever came out about World War II.
Well, can I take a quick little guess on some of them that would be in there?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, obviously Saving Private Ryan's in there.
Yes. Well, actually, the thing is the guy that made the list only added movies with historical accuracy. So there are no
like made up stories, only like this,
no made up stories. So
like
Saving Private Ryan,
I guess.
Yeah. So Saving Private Ryan is an amazing movie, but it's not based in like an actual story.
Yeah, the only real part is the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes. Well, actually, the conflicts throughout are probably pretty accurate.
Like, situations like those happened,
stuff like that.
But like they're all like made up towns and situations.
Yeah. They're probably made up situations and stuff. But
like they probably actually like stuff like that happened.
Yeah. So one that I watched last night was an old like 40s, like right after the war ended, or maybe even during the war. But it was about like pre-war events, and it was about it was called The Confessions of a Nazi Spy. So it was about back during then in World War II, we had the German Bund is what they were called, and they were the U.S. version of they're like the U.S. Nazi Party, and they somehow there was a propaganda machine in Germany that was pumping out stuff, and it was making it to the United States, and they were spreading the literature throughout the United States. And it's a story about 18 people who were tried and convicted in American courts that were either German expats that moved to the United States or something like that, or one of them was actually airplane mechanic in the Air Force, or the U.S. Army Air Corps. There wasn't an Air Force at that time. And I don't know, it was a pretty good movie. So I just been kind of like cool. Burning through that list. It started off with pretty much like the beginning of the list was like this movie. It's like a biography of Hitler from when he was like a baby to a kid to his teenage years to like him going to World War I and stuff. And then it just goes through like a bunch of movies. It's really cool though, because there's a lot of foreign films in the list.
Yeah.
So I've watched some really good. There's a couple of Chinese films. It was actually kind of weird. Christian Bale.
I think I've heard of this movie. There was a movie where like he's a preacher and he's defending this little church from Japanese soldiers.
Yeah, that's exactly the one it was.
I don't remember what it's called, but I've heard of this. Was it good?
Yeah, it was really, really good. I know the story is based on an actual human being, but it's a little dramatized a little bit because it's a movie, you know what I mean? But it was really, really good.
Was Hacksaw Ridge on that list? I feel like it would be on that list.
I think so. I think it's on that list, yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge, the Andrew Garfield movie, the guy who doesn't want to actually kill anybody in the war, but serves as a medic and stuff.
That movie you're talking about is called The Flowers of War.
Flowers of War, okay, cool. I saw a scene from that. I was like, I need to watch this.
Yeah, it's really good. It's about the second Sino-Japanese War, which was the when the Japanese invaded China the second time, and it's about Nanking. So Nanking at that time was the capital of China, and
not a lot of fun things happened there.
Yeah, it was an awful experience for the Chinese people. But
you know what,
that movie is really good. And there's a black and white one called City of Life and Death. It's another Chinese film. That's the American title or the English title, and that one was really good too. But it's all in black and white. But it's a newer movie. It's like 2009. Well, I say newer. I forget. We're like almost 20 years removed from 2009. But it's a modern. There you go. It's a more modern movie.
You want to feel old, Rusty? Anyone born in 2007 turns 18 this year.
Oh wow! I graduated 1 year after that. I graduated in 2008. So
damn. Transformers 1 came out in 2007. I believe Ratatouille came out in 2007.
I watched those in an order too. So I the Transformer movies. There's like a specific order, not like the order they came out in, but there's like a specific order in which to watch them. And,
just the live action ones, or the like
just
all
just the live action.
Media?
Well, they added in the new animated one, the Transformers 1. They added that into theirs. That was in the list. That was a good movie.
Are you excited to see anything coming out the rest of the year? I'm looking up what's coming out the rest of the year. I don't know if you're going to take your son to go see anything or if you want to see anything.
I honestly don't know what's coming out this year myself. Let me look, too. New movies coming out this year.
Well, for me, the top three are, off the top of my head, we got Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, because I'm still an MCU guy, so I'm excited for those.
Yeah.
Superman
that'd be good.
and Fantastic Four and Superman both come out in July, so that's going to be exciting. Excited for that. We got Mickey 17 coming out this week, which I might go see. I like Robert Pattinson. I like Bong Joon-ho.
That cool. Sounds like it'd be a good movie.
Yeah. There's also we got Snow White coming out in March. No offense to anybody involved, but I just don't care. No live actions.
Yeah.
Some A24 stuff. We got some cool things. The Minecraft movie comes out in April. I am not seeing that.
I'm kind of interested in that. I'm sure that's one that my kid will want to see. There's a Looney Tunes movie coming out too called The Day the Earth Blew Up. I kind of want to see that. And there's another animated movie called Night of the Zoopocalypse that's coming out. I want to see that too.
On April 18th, we got Sinners. Have you heard about Sinners? With Michael B.
I haven't
Jordan?
heard about that.
It's Michael B. Jordan playing a pair of twins who, in I think, what era? In sometime early 1900s, in the South, and they haven't said it, but it's basically, I think they're bootleggers and they're fighting vampires. It's Michael B. Jordan fighting vampires. It sounds awesome. Yeah, and I believe Ryan Coogler's directing. Double check that. Double checking.
Ryan
Coogler is directing. So Ryan Coogler did, Fruitvale Station, Black Panther 1 and 2. So, or no, at least Black Panther 1.
There is a movie coming out that's in the vein of the World War II thing that comes out. I think it's on the 14th of March. It's called The World Will Tremble, and it's about this. It's an untold true story. It's like the first time that it's being like told other than been written down somewhere, but it's about a group of prisoners who attempt to escape from the very, very first Nazi death camp to go and provide the first eyewitness account of the Holocaust. So the world, it's like the first group of people who escaped from one to go tell the world, like, hey, this is actually happening.
We need to please come stop this shit.
Yeah.
Right,
so another one that I'm looking for is Cheech and Chong's last movie.
Ooh, I've actually never seen a Cheech and Chong. I feel bad about that.
You gotta, I think you'd enjoy it. Go back and run them. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
There's
really,
gonna be
from back in the day.
The 6th Final Destination coming out May 16th. I believe Tony Todd is confirmed to be in this, like one of his last things. No, that's just rumor.
Yeah,
never mind. But that'd be cool if he was. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about this. May 23rd, the final Mission Impossible movie. Day 1.
Yes.
Fucking 1. That's going to
be maybe. I might go check that out. Lilo and Stitch 2 is coming out that same day.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of the live action stuff that they've been doing, but I'm a really big fan of Lilo and Stitch, so I might give that an honest try. One that I'm excited for though, and I'm really kind of like, we're coming to that point where a lot of the guys that we watched when we were really young are getting really old, and they're not going to be doing very many movies anymore, and you might end up getting this might end up being one of the last movies we see him in it, and Jackie Chan is in the Karate Kid Legends.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's coming out. I might go see that. I've only seen the first 3 seasons of Cobra Kai. I know it just ended. I need to see 4, 5, and 6. So I got 3 months. I got 2 months. I got 3 months. It's May 30th. I got time to catch up on that if I really want to. Then you got Ballerina, Ana de Armas, that John Wick spinoff. That could be good. I hope so.
That could be good. It's untitled right now, but Trey Parker and Matt Stone are working on a musical comedy with Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free.
Oh yeah. So that won't. If anything, that won't be like either late this year or maybe early 2026.
Yeah, well, they're talking about July. They got a date on here. It says July 4th, but I don't know how accurate that is on IMDb. Jurassic World Rebirth. I like all the Jurassic Park movies. I don't care how cheesy they get. I like all their movies.
I like Jurassic Park 1 and 2. 3's okay.
Yeah.
4 has good moments. Fuck 5. Fuck Fallen Kingdom. And Dominion is just But Fallen Kingdom made me fall out of love with Jurassic Park, and that's saying something. Well, no, the franchise. I may fall out of the franchise.
Yeah.
I still love the first movie, but I might check it out. And then you got. Sorry, we're just listing shit now. How to Train Your Dragon live action. You gonna see that?
Yeah, I might go see it. I think that's a pretty cool idea. One of the things I'm excited for this year too is we are just listing stuff, but I'm listing stuff I'm probably gonna go watch. I love these movies. I love movies.
Yeah. Plus, we got it's an exciting time. There's still some stuff to look forward to.
Well, they keep rebooting or reviving stuff, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, and it's a bit of nostalgia. It's just like when we were kids and they were rebooting all the movies from like our parents' generation and stuff like that. It's just it's a thing that happens. They recycle movies. Like
Speaking
you can go
of
and look,
nostalgia,
and
there's 28 years later coming out in June.
Yeah,
might be good.
In July they're redoing, and it's got a lot of the original cast. I Know What You Did Last Summer, so that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen the original. I liked it. I didn't. Love it. It was okay.
And Freaky Friday too. They got a Freakier Friday, so they're bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan for another.
That
movie.
I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited for that. Hopefully,
I think
it's
that'd
good.
be pretty cool.
And you know what? Lindsay Lohan, let her get another movie in. That's cool. Apparently, Nobody 2. That could be cool.
Yeah, that sounds like it might be all right. They've got Saw 11 and then Tron 3.
Also, the last Conjuring movie comes out September.
Yeah,
the final
that'd
one.
Be good.
Final one. Tron 3 supposedly October this year. Well, I feel with IMDb, the farther you get in the rest of the year, especially how early in the year is, it's a crapshoot. It's either it happens or it doesn't. Like allegedly, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Zootopia 2, Wicked Part 2 is definitely coming out in November.
Scream 7, but that's not till February of next year, which that'll be good. I'll be interested in seeing that. And then
I hope that's good. I hope that's also the end of it. Just end the franchise at this point.
They're redoing that Anaconda movie, but it's going to be a comedy, and it's got Jack Black and Paul Rudd and stuff. So I don't know how good that one will be, but I'll check it out.
I mean, Paul Rudd and Jack can be good and serious when they really want to be, but
yeah,
I just hope they. I don't know.
Acme Joy makes top-of-the-line adult products, provides sex toys like male masturbators, penis pumps, cock rings, anal stimulators, realistic dildos, and sex dolls, etc. Founded in 2011, Acme Joy has long held the belief everyone deserves a better orgasm. Acme Joy prides itself on being able to satisfy a wide range of sexual needs and provide a greater variety of orgasms. It adheres to the idea that everyone deserves a better orgasm. Whether you want to experience surreal oral sex pleasure, true to slight intercourse, or even more intense anal stimulation, Acme Joy will always offer something beyond your imagination. Acme Joy's goal is to provide high-quality products at the optimal prices to every user, as well as superior customer service. Go to acmejoy.com.
At Rolls Rolo, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today.
But yeah, sorry, we just listed shit
a
we
bunch of
see.
movies that we like and that we can't wait to see. But we'll bring it back to King of the Hill now. And so on IMDb, King of the Hill has added a lot of different names and stuff, but they have more information on 2 of them now than they've had yet. So we get a writer name and we get some like who's directing what. And so the cool thing about that is now we've got the very first episode of King of the Hill, when it returns, will be called Return of the King. And it's going to be written by Mike Judge, Greg Daniels, and a writer called Saladin K. Patterson. And he has worked on the Wonder Years reboot. He worked on the TV show Psych, worked on the TV show Dave. Really big writer, wrote over 55 episodes for The Big Bang Theory, wrote over 32 episodes executive producer co-executive producer and consulting producer for The Big Bang Theory for 55 episodes, consulting producer for 32 episodes for 2.5 Men, 42 episodes of a co-executive producer on the Bernie Mac show, and then he also did 48 episodes of producing and co-producing on Frasier. So they got a really good. That's a powerhouse.
Half of that makes me pretty confident.
Yeah, it makes me really confident. That's an amazing writer.
Yeah, and well, there's also assuming IMDb is correct, because anybody can I think it's sort of like
anybody can kind of update it, but I'm pretty sure that
that episode title, Return of the King, that makes a crap ton of sense. That would, if I was come back after 15 years, that's something I would title it.
That's literally you couldn't get a better title. I feel like that's the perfect title for that show. It doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. And as I go down and actually look, it seems like they've got titles. Information for all the other ones too down there, 3, 4, 5. All the ones that they have names for seem to have all their information.
Up to 6. But again, and this also assumes there's 10 episodes, I think. 10's a good assumption, because I believe Futurama, when that came back, was only 10. So
yeah, that's what it is. Unfortunately, that's the
there's never going to be any more 20 episode seasons, people, unless you're a procedural.
Okay, so they don't have a bunch of information for for the next episodes. They just have who it was written by. So on the first episode, King of the Hill, Return of the King, you can go and look, and they've got everything listed for like everybody that's involved in it, as far as animation and voices and stuff like that. But the next one is season 14, episode 2, The Beer Story, and longtime King of the Hill writer Norm Hiscock is on it. He wrote a bunch of episodes as we've gone through King of the Hill now for the last almost 3 years, or we're at 3 years now. 158 episodes is what he's responsible for, and that's
I think it does count everything. Him being involved, because he was involved in pretty much the whole show, I think.
Yeah, he was involved in 158 episodes, and that is for all jobs, from producing,
executive producing, writing,
supervising, writing. So he's done a little bit of everything on it, and
it's a vote of confidence that he's involved,
and that's what I like, because there's a lot of episodes that he does that I really like. And he did The Kids in the Hall too, which is a really good TV series, and he was a part of Parks and Recreation. So he's definitely somebody I would love to be able to get in touch to and have on the show. He's been involved in the show for a very, very long time. All right, and we've got the next one. The next one is Chore Money, Chore Problems, and this one was written by Sam Fishel. Sam Fishel would be a new writer to the show, but Sam Fishel was an assistant to Judd Apatow on a bunch of Apatow stuff. So Pee-wee's Big Holiday, he was assistant to Apatow. The movie Love, the movie Crashing, the movie Girls. So being next to Judge Apatow a lot for a lot of stuff makes me have a little bit of confidence in that writer as well, because Judd Apatow is responsible for some of the funniest movies of the last 30 years or so.
I would say in the late 2000s, early 2010s. He hasn't really wowed me lately. I mean, Knocked Up's okay.
He's done some great movies.
I've actually never seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, but I did like Knocked Up.
Oh wow!
And obviously everybody likes Superbad.
Yep, everybody likes Superbad. That was a good one. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next one is the new ref in town, and the writer for this one, or one of the credited writers outside of the two main guys, is Anthony Del Brocolo. And let's see what he's worked on here. He has worked on The Big Bang Theory. He did writing, teleplay, storyboarding, stuff like that, and he did 77 episodes of that. But the one that makes me give him the vote of confidence in what he's done is he was a writer, a story editor for All That, for 26 episodes of All That. And
I don't know what that
is. It's All That on Nickelodeon. It was a sketch show. It was like Saturday Night Live for kids, pretty much. It's where
I think I've heard of it. I might have missed at that point in time. I don't think I had cable, so I might have missed that.
Yeah, it's where Amanda Bynes, Nick Cannon, Kenan Thompson.
Oh wait,
it's
yeah,
like where they all got their start.
I think
Kenan and Kel both were on there. I'm trying to think of some other like big names, because
you listed the big names: Kenan, Kel, Nick Cannon, Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, well, Amanda Bynes from that is how she got the Amanda Show. That was like her spinoff.
I did see the Amanda Show.
That was amazing. It was a really good show, actually.
And then episode 5, we got Peggy's Fade Out.
Yep.
Mike Judge, Greg Daniels, obviously they're always there. Jeremy, I'm assuming this is pronounced Sue, HSU. I hope I'm saying that right. And again,
Jeremy Sue,
known for editorial on Spencer Confidential, that Mark Wahlberg. He's worked on some movies. And
then he was a writer for
Jimmy Kimmel too.
Jimmy Kimmel, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, late night shows, whether you think they're funny or not, they are a grind, because they actually have to make stuff every day.
Well,
it's not like on
Jimmy
a weekly
Kimmel's
thing.
Been doing it for a long time now. It's not like
But I don't know how much of the stuff he writes.
Yeah, and Jimmy Kimmel has been doing it since like 2003 or something like
Probably,
that. He's got
earlier. Yeah.
23 years. Yeah, he's been doing it for 23 years.
Yeah.
So that's about 2003. Yeah, so he's been doing it since 2003, which anything attached to Jimmy Kimmel, I appreciate, because that's where one of my favorite like funny guys of the 2000s comes from. Andy Milonakis. He started out on Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel gave him the shot, and that's where he started out at.
Yeah, and again, that's a grind. Again, he does, whether you think he's funny or not. I mean, he does that show. I mean, they take a lot of breaks. I know, because I work in TV, but they do pump it out every day of the week for like good chunk of stretches. Yeah, it's not easy.
No, definitely not. I respect anybody that's in the TV industry in any sense of the,
especially daily.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't think soap operas are written well, still remember an episode comes out every single day, and they somehow do it. I don't know how. That's why they got like 10 writers an episode.
Yeah, that's why you got to have 10 people to make that happen.
Yeah.
And let's see, what is our last one called here? Oh, hold on. I thought I had it up. I don't have it up. If you have it up, go ahead. What's the title?
Any Given Hill Day.
Any Given Hill Day. Okay, and that's written by Mike Judge, Greg Daniels, and Erica Rosby, or Rosb, maybe. but she
was a
is
producer on
known
Gen V.
for Gen V, Homecoming,
You're the worst.
and she did 10 episodes of Rick and Morty, which we have a Rick and Morty connection here on the podcast. So our Ricky Morty connection is, again, if you go to the animation conversation on YouTube, you can listen to 16 episodes of a podcast that I did with a Hollywood animator. Doesn't live in Hollywood though, but he's a animator that came out of the Midwest and went west looking for animation jobs. But he is known as John Fountain. He goes by F though on social media. He actually, so Mason, what a lot of his later career was, he was known to be the guy that if you had a show that you wanted to get on TV, he could help you polish it and make it ready for TV. So it's kind of like when King of the Hill was getting ready to go to air. It needed to be it needed to be polished for TV. It was a good premise. It was a great idea. And that's when Greg Daniels comes into the picture and polishes it up because he worked on The Simpsons and stuff. So he's got the background, knows what to do. And that's how we bring King of the Hill to fruition. Well, that's the same thing that F does he's done it for quite a few TV shows. And one of them was Rick and Morty. So when Rick and Morty came to his desk, it was rough. It wasn't really ready for TV. And he polished it up. And one of the things he said that's the coolest thing about particularly doing that kind of work is he gets to leave little pieces of himself in it, and like little tiny, things that he tells them to alter or do differently that they carry on throughout the whole run of the show. He said, I could watch any episode of Rick and Morty and know that certain elements that they have in that are based on what I taught them and helped them when I polished the first episode. So he is, it's kind of cool that we could say that we, have interacted with the guy who polished, which became pretty much one of the most popular adult animated episodes or series of its generation of adult animated shows.
For a good couple of years there it was.
And also another one I want to tell everybody about. I mentioned it the last time, and I want everybody to go watch it because Jaden Libran has been on our show multiple times. He's a great voice actor. He's a great puppeteer. He does amazing, like Hank Hill. Like he does really good Hank Hill and King of the Hill related voices. He actually worked with Mike Judge. He actually got to do a Beavis and Butthead character, but now he's been picked up to do Lil Kev. He doesn't play Lil Kev's voice. Lil Kev is obviously done by Kevin. Oh man, why can't I remember his last name? Really short comedian, Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Hart. He's on Kevin Hart's first adult animated series for BET, Lil Kev, and it's about Philadelphia and Kevin's life, living as a young kid and same vein as the Everybody Hates Chris kind of thing, but it's in an animated format. And y'all go check that out. And another one, go check out it was funny because the very, very first voice you hear is Mike Judge's voice. It's the very, very first voice. And I can't remember the name of the dang animated series. I'm going to have to look it up. Give me just 1 second. So there's a bunch of new stuff that he's doing, that he's bringing to TV, and it's really good stuff. A lot of animated stuff that he's pulling out. It is called Common Side Effects.
Oh yeah, is that any good? I haven't checked.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I watched the first episode. It was pretty good. I'm gonna keep watching it. But just the premise of the show for you guys, it's about two high school buddies named Marshall and Francis who reconnect and discover what they call the Blue Angel mushroom. And apparently, it's like this legendary mushroom in the mushroom community that acts as a drug that can allegedly cure all illnesses. In the process of them reconnecting and discovering this mushroom thing, they uncover a conspiracy involving a pharmaceutical company and the government who's trying to suppress all knowledge about the drug. And
our government wouldn't really do that.
No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. But the cool thing about it is Mike Judge's character is pretty funny. So he's this incompetent CEO of the pharmaceutical company, and that's his role. That's who he is. And it's funny because Marshall is like this the guy who's holding, like, there's the scene where he's all hippied out. He's like in a floral shirt and he's got like a hat on and stuff. Well, his buddy is actually the executive assistant for Mike Judge's character. So he's always bothering the Francis to do like these mundane tasks and stuff like that, and booking reservations and changing the TV channel. And another funny thing about Mike Judge's character is he likes to play farming simulator games. But he does it in improper settings. So he's like at work and playing it, or he's at like a formal event and he's playing it. So
I mean, I've been at formal events watching wrestling shows, to be fair.
Yeah, I was recently at an event, and I don't really like a whole lot of sports. I don't do a lot of sports, but I forced myself last year because I like racing. So I forced myself last year to watch all of NASCAR, the whole season of NASCAR. So I'm doing that again this year. And I was at a birthday party over the weekend, last weekend, and I was there with my phone watching NASCAR. And my buddy was like, "Hey, man, this is my daughter's first birthday. Who's winning?" There you go.
I mean, no offense to the kids, but ain't my birthday.
Yeah, my birthday, brother. Like, she ain't even gonna remember me being here. Now, if it was like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, maybe I'd pay a little more of attention. But like, it's a 1-year-old, man. Don't, like, all the family. Like, I'm not family. I'm just like, it's just my best friend. You know what I mean? I mean, I am family in a sense, but like, there's grandparents that supersede, you know, Uncle Rusty. So like, I wasn't, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rusty, this was had a good little time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun. I hope that all of our audience enjoyed it. I know it's a little different from what everybody's used to, but I always enjoy chatting about movies and stuff like that with Mason. We might have to
just
come up with a movie podcast or something where we could just talk about them all the time. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, there's a bunch of cool stuff, cool entertainment stuff coming out the rest of the year. And we only talk movies. We didn't talk TV shows. We didn't talk video games, books. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming. We're 6th way through the year officially. So, you know, just gotta
third quarter.
Keep rolling, everybody. Keep your heads up as best you can. And where can they find us, Rusty?
They can find us at BWAAAKOTH at all platforms. And I really implore everybody that's listening to us on audio right now to go over to youtube.com/@BWAAAKOTH. Go give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to find out when new videos drop and when we go live.
See Rusty's handsome face.
Yeah, see my handsome face. And if Mason would get on the camera more, you can see his handsome face.
No.
I don't know. We'll kind of gauge it. Send me an email, send me a DM. I've thought about going live playing video games on our BWA channel, playing stuff like truck simulators, farm simulators, Red Dead Redemption, just like things in the vein that you might see, or maybe like a World War II shooter or something like that, like Hell Let Loose, or play War Thunder, which is like an airplane tank battle simulator thing, like things that you would think that maybe somebody in the King of the Hill atmosphere would play if they played video games. So like Hank Hill would play Lawnmower Simulator if Hank Hill played video games. So if y'all are interested in something like that, or maybe a beer brewery simulator, there's all kinds of stuff like that out there. So if any of y'all would be interested in that, I've thought about starting a playlist of videos where I do that kind of content. So
Peggy would get addicted to like Candy Crush, Toon Blast.
Candy Crush, Toon Blast. I think that she might also get addicted to like word games. So like
no, she would be
Wordle and stuff.
Words with Friends. She would have to be the best.
And she would have 3 phones. She would have 3 phones, and she would play one person, and she would be the 3 people. That way, she had increased her chance. She'd have a 75% chance of winning at least one game.
And if she starts losing, we got disconnected somehow. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, like turns her phone off.
All right. Well, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching. And Rusty?
Wimatan, yay.
Wimatan, yay, indeed.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.